That was 99 to 2001.
Yeah. So is that kind of like a stranger in a strange land? Being philosophy and also a religious study, and a reformed person in at Yale.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. Yes and no. In terms of, I had to take two classes at the divinity school, an Old Testament and New Testament course. That was, so I had courses at RTS from a very conservative viewpoint, and we had heard about all. You study the liberal views of higher critical scholarship and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But these folks were actually teaching it, so I got to hear it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
And
yeah, how much Barth did you have to read?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So Karl Barth at RTS was a liberal, considered a liberal. He was a fundamentalist. He was considered kind of a conservative fundy at Yale.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was the other extreme. It was really interesting. But it was the Lord was gracious during that time. We had a great church and lots of great folks who were part of Yale at the church. PhD students, and so it was, who were actually religious study. So that it was actually really good. And most of my courses were in the philosophy department, which was much more Christian. I would say much more conservative.
Wow. Yeah. So
at the time,
the folks that were teaching non-conservative, your OT and NUT classes, how just out of curiosity, how different were the horse's mouth from how they are perceived from the earlier school?
Yeah, it was different, and it was certainly not. There was, I wouldn't say that in seminary it was a straw man or anything like that they gave us, but it was more nuanced, hearing it from the horse's mouth for sure. But not entirely. It was still more like, wow, really? And for some of the things, it kind of leads to the whole how to be an atheist.
Yeah.
Book I'd been wanting to write for so long. Just, man, if I was a liberal, I would, like you guys, I don't know. If I were them, I wouldn't believe the conservatives, and I wouldn't believe their own position. I would give the whole thing up.
Yeah.
So there was the seed planted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, why aren't you more? I mean, yeah, I don't know.